I think a lot of guys will disagree with me on this one. A lot of women will disagree with me on this one too. I think you each pay your own bill. Doesn't matter who asks, you each just pay your own bill. And I've got 4 reasons, and I've written them down here. I got some notes.
YouTube's not doing, no, I'm just kidding.
So, and I got 4 reasons why I believe you should each pay your own bill. So men are the ones that are overwhelmingly have to initiate everything. So men are de facto the askers. So if your take is whoever asks should pay, well, that ignores the fact that 99% of the time for a first date, it's going to be the man that asks. So effectively, your answer to the question, who should pay, is men. If men and women asked each other out at similar rates, then, I mean, whoever asks should pay would be a fair answer. But the fact of the matter is that most women do not ask out men. So, and men, we don't have the privilege of just waiting around to be approached, to be asked out. So second is foodie calls. A lot of women will go on dates without having a genuine interest in the guy just for a free meal or free experience. So I've had my own experiences with this. They've done studies on this. So this is one of the reasons I don't even do food dates. Food dates are terrible for a few different reasons. I can get into that later. But yeah, third reason. So gone are the days of dating one person at a time. Like if you're on a date with a girl, you have to assume that she's entertaining a bunch of other options. And a girl can assume that about men too. But she has much more options than you do. So that means that the probability of your date working out is much lower than it otherwise would be if she was only entertaining you. So yeah, I mean, that's just the PG version. So I'm going to get into the fourth reason, which is related. So the fourth reason is the dating meta is such that you have to assume that a girl you're going on a date with is sleeping with at least one other guy. At least one. I mean, don't be surprised if it's like 3 or 4. So, I mean, my simple take is you don't spend money on women who are fucking other men. Like, point blank, period.
Woo!
So, and let me be clear. It's not all women, but a lot are fucking around. They have a roster, they have a rotation. and honestly, like, it's much easier for women to get laid. So even like unassuming women.
That's what I was talking about with supply and demand.
We'll get there. But like even average women are entertaining multiple options. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. If a girl's fucking somebody else, I'm gonna feel a certain type of way if I'm paying for her. So, cause that's me adhering to my traditional gender roles, but y'all not adhering to your traditional gender roles. So,
well, would you be fucking other women?
What do you mean?
Like, you say that she's not allowed to fuck other men. But you're like, if I'm paying for her, she's not allowed to. But would you still be allowed to fuck other women?
It's not about allowed to or not. It's just...
I'm just saying, in your head, would you feel like it was okay if you had your roster, if you had your like color-coded dick appointment? You know what I mean?
Bring in Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm not seeing multiple girls at the same time. Sometimes it happens, you know, from time to time. You know, I'm a monogamous man, but... I mean, going in on a first date, I mean, there's obviously, I don't have an expectation a girl is going to be loyal to me. I'm not like, oh, first date, you can't be talking to other guys. No, but given that, you know, the way things are, you have, like I said, you have to assume that they're probably talking to somebody else. They're sleeping with somebody else. So if I'm just going to make the assumption that they're talking to someone else, sleeping with somebody else, and under those circumstances, I'm not going to pay on the first date.
Okay.
So there's that. Also, just last thing on this, it's a pretty big L as a guy. If you take a girl out on a date and you pay for her stuff, she gets a doggy bag to go. She gives you an ass out hug, a side hug, one of those ass out side hugs. She leaves, maybe gives you a kiss on the cheek, and immediately after she goes to another dude's house and gives him the food in which you paid for and then fucks him.
Well, how many times has that happened to you, bro? That's like a very specific story.
Are you okay?
He's tearing up. He's like, and then she goes to his house and fucks
I was
him.
descriptive.
This for sure happens to guys all the fucking time. They take for sure.
There are studies.
Never to me.
They're a nice guy. They take a girl out to dinner, and then he's so nice. And then she goes to the guy who she's fucking. Here's the doggy bag.
We're talking about nice guys.
Here's the doggy
sweet guy
bag.
in this
That's
situation.
kind
You're
of
not the
like when
sexy
you go
one.
to a bar and a girl's with her boyfriend, and then a guy buys her a drink and she turns around and gives it to
yeah.
her boyfriend.
But that's just using your resources.
I mean, yeah, but
That's just being smart.
that's just a scenario in which I would not want to find myself in. I cannot confirm or deny it. I don't know if that's happened to me, but it's certainly something that I'm not going to be wanting to open myself to.
Of course not.
So I kind of said my long piece. I want to go around the table. If you guys want to respond or have anything you want to say.
I think you should take her to an expensive enough restaurant to where they don't allow to-go bags. Problem solved.
What?
Yeah, but I'm
For
still
that one
paying.
I mean,
Specific
she's still
issue.
gonna go fuck another guy.
Yeah.
I'm just
I don't
kidding.
know.
I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
don't do that.
No, not that.
I'm just kidding.
She's not kidding.
She's like, I'm not paying for that expensive
Does
shit.
anybody- that was kind of a monologue there,
I
so I
don't
just want to
agree
open
or
it up.
disagree. There's parts of it that I could see your side, and there's other parts where I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. I've had a pretty good sense of like the girl that I take to dates, and I can pick up like if a girl is just trying to get a foodie date out of me, because if I got the vibe that that's what was happening, I'm not paying. I the thing is I wouldn't even take that girl out. Like if I'm taking a girl out, most likely I know kind of like the person they are, and if I'm getting the vibe that they're trying to do that to me, no way, I would not pay.
Well, you're a very handsome gentleman. I will say that. So I mean,
Thank you.
do
Appreciate
you
Ryan.
have you encountered that at all though?
There's definitely girls, but like they can definitely not even get a chance to like even go on a date. If I get the feeling that they're that type of girl, I'm not even asking that type of girl like out. No, the girls that I've asked out are a very specific type, and I kind of get a feeling of who they are before I ask them out.
Okay.